As far as you can tell, if accepted by both Hamas and Israel, we have yet to see if Hamas will accept this new ceasefire proposal on the table. What would the new agreement look like, and what would Israel hope to achieve from this new agreement?
First, I'm sorry that I can't be optimistic about what Hamas will say. I think that I hear already that they are not willing to get any further with this proposal, and it's expected. We can't expect from them for other if there is no pressure on them, and I mean that U.S. needs to make some more pressure on Qatarian because the leaders of Hamas is staying under Qatar today, and Qatar is not a mediator, is somebody that protect the Hamas, and the U.S. have to pressure more on Qatarian. I know that Qatarian have interest in United States, and U.S. have to use it for pressure. But if you are talking about any kind of a negotiation for hostage deal, I would say now that Israel and United States are coming with a point of view more strong than before. We are beginning from a stronger place than before because the regime of Iran that was supported Hamas until now financially and also ideologically and by force is not there anymore. So Hamas doesn't have any protection, and we are coming to this kind of a deal with a good and better way. Um, Anyway, I think that we will not see in the first days any ceasefire because of the answer of Hamas, of course, and we will see more and more action, more heavy actions in Gaza from the IDF, and we will conquer area after area, and the key for that will be getting out the population out of the areas of war, the war zones, and then IDF will be able to deal with Hamas member that was left because it's not a lot in these areas. So I think from day to day, with a lot of force, we will put Hamas with the back to the wall, and finally they will need to put the white flag up because they will have no choice to do other thing.
And you are very skeptical, but should a 60-day agreement take form, should Hamas surprisingly agree to it, and then President Trump says that this would lead to potentially ending the war entirely. The question is Israel ready to wrap up the war in Gaza? Has it achieved enough of its goals as it stated, as it set out to do?
I think what we see here, especially from Trump, is that the patient of Trump is heading to the end. Because the problem of Hamas in Gaza Strip is linked to any kind of agreement in the Middle East. And this is the last thing that Trump have to solve before the Abraham agreement will raise up. So Trump is losing patience. And when he's losing patience, he wants agreement immediately on the table. And it doesn't matter what kind of agreement. And these 60 days of ceasefire will be a very bad thing for Israel against the Hamas. I want to be very clear with it. Every time that we are doing any ceasefire with Hamas, they are putting their arm up, they are strengthening the forces, they are getting more and more ability to raise resistance after these 60 days. So we will not finish the war after the 60 days. Anyway, we are not getting in this deal all the hostages. And what we have to say now, that even if we will stop for negotiation, we will stop the war, any kind of a ceasefire for 60 days, it means that all of the hostages till the end of these 60 days are back in Israel. And then we can start to talk about any kind of negotiation for peace or any further ceasefire after that. But when I'm watching the deal now, it means first, Hamas will not take it, meaning Israel will get with a lot of force onto the Gaza now. And in the other hand, if it will be any kind of negotiation for 60 days for only 10 people getting free as hostages, it's a very complicated situation. Also, for the public of Israel, Israel is now divided because every time that we are doing ceasefire, we have to get back to the same places and fight again, and our soldiers are paying with their lives. So we see that the price for getting these hostages out is rising up, and it's divided Israel very badly in the public. So what we will have to seek now is a good and the full uh, deal that will take all of the hostages back, and then we can speak about ceasefire with the Hamas members.
Mhm. That's interesting because, we still have to discuss, of course, the day after what happens once the hostages are returned home, once Hamas is eliminated or removed from the Gaza Strip. And so many questions still remain. Colonel
I think,
Amit
but
Asa.
we can
Yeah.
linkage it. Yeah, we can linkages, of course, about what Yoram Ettinger was saying about the geopolitical situation in all Middle East, and when we will seek for an end in Hamas, what happens in Gaza, it will be a possibility for us to make a deal with all countries in the all agreement of Abraham, and then we can deal also for the day after of what will happen with Hamas in Gaza. As Ettinger, of course, mentioned, we will have to deal with education. We will have to be very sure that they are not the legitimate of Israel is putting down from the table.
So critical days ahead. Colonel Amit Asa, thank you so much for joining us today and for your insights.
Thank you very much.